It's that time again, folks, and I'm back once again with another review for you, the 2021 G1 Climax tournament. Thank you for tuning in and visiting my corner of YouTube. I am your host, the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and everybody's favorite narcissist. It was a night of B-block action, and we are another step closer to seeing who will leave the winner of this block. I've got 6 matches to go over, so let's get to it. In the opening match, got some undercard action. El Desperado defeats Kosei Fujita. Fujita's lack of experience is on full display tonight as El Desperado was just walking all over this kid. El Desperado was making him use up all of his energy, kicking out of numerous pin attempts while working over the leg, possibly setting up for the numero dos submission. Fujita does fight back. I mean, he's not a dead fish, but with his limited moveset, there's really not much he can do. However, he does make every move count, using some hard, vicious strikes against El Desperado. But in the end, El Desperado does get him in that leg submission just like he did Oiwa, and he has to tap just like he did once El Desperado stood up with the hold. Well, I mean, what can I say? These matches are just for experience. Obviously, Fujita has no chance at winning, but let's get to this tournament action. In the first match, we have Yoshi-Hashi defeating Tonga, and Tama has lost 3 of his last 3 matches, and with today it makes 4. He's lost to Tanahashi, Jeff Cobb, and Evil. This is a first singles match between these two. Tonga is wrestling a different type of match tonight, starting out with some chain wrestling. But then Yoshi picks up the pace, throwing the first strike, which Tama is more comfortable with throwing fists, so he gains control, pounding away on Yoshi. Yoshi is able to find an opening and drop kicks the leg, stopping Tonga's momentum. But Tama's not staying down. It's a pretty even match between these two. Tama hits the superior flow on Yoshi, goes for the stun gun, but instead he receives a backbreaker. Both men get their second win and are ready to put the other away, but in the end it's Yoshi-Hashi with Karma picking up the victory and gaining 2 more points. Unfortunately, these points really don't matter because both of these men have no shot at winning the block. Speaking of which, in the next match, Hiroki Goto defeats Chase Owens. And just like the last match, this is a first singles match between these two as well. Chase starts out the match hot, bumping Goto with a series of drop kicks. However, he makes the mistake on going to the outside with him, and that's when Goto takes control, tossing him into the barricades. Both of these guys could use the win. However, again, the points aren't going to mean anything, and they're going to fight to the bitter end for those 2 points. So it's a very back and forth match in the early stages. Chase attempts a package pile driver while on the apron, but Goto's able to avoid it, and Chase gets backdropped instead. Chase going back to the heel tactics may have cost him in this match. Goto is outstriking Owen, but Chase isn't done yet. They go back and forth with some pin attempts, looking to nail their finishers, but in the end, Goto fights out of another package pile driver, takes him up for a Ushigoroshi, but instead turns it into a GTR at the last second and picks up the pin. Again, good match, but might as well be an exhibition. In the next match, we have Jeff Cobb defeating SANADA. And we seem to get a bit of a trend going tonight. This is a first match between these two guys as well. Jeff Cobb with the obvious strength advantage, but SANADA's speed is his. However, when Cobb goes to the outside, he brings SANADA back in. I mean, outside is where heels capitalize, but whatever. SANADA tries to body slam Cobb, but he falls under the weight as Cobb starts working on the back. Cobb is being extremely dominant throughout this match. SANADA is able to fight him off. He tries a Paradise Lock. That didn't work out too well. I mean, Cobb is just too big for that. I knew that wasn't going to work, and he's kicked off. SANADA is doing his best to survive this match until he can get another opening so he can capitalize on the weakened knee of Cobb, and he is able to get him up for a TKO. Now it becomes more of an even match, but then Cobb caught SANADA coming off the top rope, nails a tour of the islands, and that's it. Cobb has 6 straight victories. He is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, in this tournament so far. In the next match, we have Evil defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi. Now, this is the type of Tanahashi match I like to see. He's working with a clearly defined heel. Tanahashi's shine was good. It established the face-heel dynamic. Tanahashi was able to out-wrestle Evil, and it takes a distraction from Dick Togo for Evil to gain control of the match. I mean, it's basic storytelling, but it's executed well. Evil takes him up on the ramp, grabs a chair, and uses it on Tanahashi's knee, grinding the top of the chair into the knee. That shit looks really painful. Evil starts to work over Tanahashi, takes him to the outside again, and we get the dreaded table spot. But at least it only happened once tonight. Evil puts on the Darkness Scorpion while the ref starts to count. Dick even tries pulling Tanahashi back outside the ring, but he gets back in at the count of 19. As we pass the 10-minute mark, Evil is in full control with Tanahashi barely holding on, but he's able to throw Evil into the exposed buckles and drops kicks the knee. It doesn't take long before Evil exploits the damaged knee of Tanahashi and takes him right back down. Tanahashi fires up and he takes both Dick Togo and Evil down, hits a high fly flow onto the back of Evil, locks in the cloverleaf, but Dick pulls the ref out of the ring just as Evil starts tapping. Dick and Evil together starts to stomp on Tanahashi, picks him up for a magic killer. Tana is able to escape and hits Dick Togo with an Everything is Evil. However, Evil low blows Tanahashi, but he's not able to capitalize because he gets low blowed right back. And now both men are down just as the referee is coming back up. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, we get another ref bump. Evil throws the ref into a charging Tanahashi. He nails a Darkness Falls, but since they took out the ref, there's nobody to count. So instead, he grabs the US belt and nails Tanahashi with it. He hits the Everything is Evil, sits on Tanahashi's chest, finger on his forehead, and the ref counts to 3. Now, are you seeing why Evil's going to win this block? With Dick Togo, it's always going to be a 2-on-1 advantage. I predict that he will beat Okada and Cobb in his last 2 matches, and he will win the block. In the next match, we have Kazuchika Okada defeating Taichi. Oh, Taichi is also on a 3-match losing streak, and now it's 4 after this one. Quite the contrast to his tag team partner, Zack Sabre Jr. In fact, Taichi hasn't even beaten Okada since they both returned from excursion, so it's been a while. Taichi is being cautious at first during this match. He's going to have to employ some more of his heel tactics in order to try to defeat Okada. Okada takes the fight to the outside, is maintaining control after throwing him into the barricades and nails a DDT on the floor. At the count of 15, he breaks the count by going back to the outside, only to be thrown into the barricade and then choked by a cable. Taichi rips up the padding off the floor and then DDTs Okada onto the exposed floor. Then he starts working over the neck, which keeps Okada subdued a bit, but he's fighting back whenever he gets a chance. I mean, I'm seeing a different type of aggression from Okada that I haven't seen before, but Taichi's kicks are his equalizer, and he's taking Okada down. Off comes the pants. He prepares for a thrust kick, but Okada sidesteps it, goes for the Rainmaker, but is dropped by a chokeslam. Okada starts to put on the money clip, which is now being used to wear down his opponents as opposed to finishing them. Okada releases the hold, drops a top rope elbow, but then is dropped with a thrust kick when he charges Taichi. They each start trading big boots to the face, giving up the face to their opponents, just allowing them to strike them. And they start trading more attacks as both men are ready to end this match. Okada hits a Rainmaker, but Taichi stays on his feet. When he tries a second rolling Rainmaker, Taichi instead hits an Axe Bomber. The finishing sequence of this match was full of close pins, but in the end, it was Okada with the landslide, followed by a Rainmaker who walked away with the 2 points. Exciting match, lots of eliminations tonight. I mean, that was pretty much a given, granted all these points. And speaking of points, let's get to them. So, Tama Tonga, Chase Owens at 2 points are both eliminated. SANADA, Goto, Yoshi-Hashi, and Taichi, I don't think it's been officially announced, but they are in fact eliminated. And you might as well say Tanahashi at 6 points is eliminated as well. He has no chance of winning this block. So getting to the 3 that could win, you have Evil at 10 points, Okada at 12, and Jeff Cobb at 12. But here's where the difference is going to be. Evil, when he beats both Okada and Cobb, that will put him up at 14 points. Okada and Cobb, it doesn't matter if they win their other match and they go up to 14 points. The fact that Evil has a tiebreaker on both of them, it could be a 3-way tie at the top at 14 points. But with the tiebreaker Evil holds over Okada and Cobb, he will be the block winner, as I predicted at the start of the tournament. But enough speculation, let's go ahead and take it home. If you are enjoying all these reviews that I'm providing for you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Remember, I'm trying to reach 100 subs by the end of October. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your way out. Also, don't forget to go back and listen to all of my reviews of this year's tournament if you haven't heard them already. You can follow me on social media. Links are going to be in the description. That'll send you to my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. And don't forget to show the Saturday Night SlamCasters some love. Links are also going to be in the description for the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast host site, our YouTube channel, Facebook page, and our Facebook group. I'm so excited as we are nearing the end of this tournament. So until next time, come get slammed.